can the Rams make this more than a one-hit wonder? Key, they don't have any draft picks for the next 1,000 years. They're capped out, right? Can they make this more than a one-hit wonder? There's no more Brady. Rodgers is still in the NFC for now. There's a good chance he's not by the time the season starts. Got the Cowboys, right? So there's a contender. The Rams went all in on Stafford to get him. He has a very team-friendly deal, but not much time left on it, and then you're going to have to pay him. I'm looking at the NFC, Key. I see if the Saints get a quarterback, certainly the Niners at the moment. If they still have Jimmy G, they may not. And the Cowboys, right? Can the Rams make this? Can they run this back?
Can they repeat?
Or can they remain a powerhouse and get back to the Super Bowl in the next several years?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They could do that. They've got to shore up some things, right? They got to get better in the secondary other than Jalen Ramsey. They've got to figure out what to do with the opposite receivers of Cooper Kupp. And you got two guys off ACLs, potentially, OBJ, Robert Woods. Van Jefferson is there, but is he or can he be the two if those guys can't come back healthy immediately? Then when you look at everything else that they have, the left tackle spot, you sure up that if Whitworth decides that he is done and won't play beyond 40. But I think so. The unique thing about the Rams is they've always done a tremendous job at picking better players in the middle to late rounds, value picks, whether it's a Cooper Kupp, a young corner in David Long, Taylor Rapp, Van Jefferson. They just kind of know outside of the first and the second round how to get guys and build their roster. I think that's why they don't value those higher picks, because they know they can get great value later on in the draft. So I think for them, they could potentially be hanging around over the next several years because the coach is intact. In the way that it's funny, because the way that the league is hiring black coaches, Raheem Morris will still be with the Rams as their defensive coordinator, so they don't have to worry about him going anywhere anytime soon.
The NFC is a far less superior conference as it relates to depth compared to the AFC, right? Let's call that for what it is. So we know we got Kyle Shanahan. We'll see what happens with Jimmy G. We know that Sean Payton is no longer with New Orleans Saints. We'll see if they can find a quarterback. We aren't sure whether Green Bay is going to have Aaron Rodgers. We think Aaron Rodgers will go back, considering they're going to find a way to pay him the value that he's worth. But damn, does this put pressure on Jerry Jones? This NFC is open. You guys are sitting here talking about what the Rams have to do and can they retool. Guys' contracts are up. Where are you doing with Robert Woods? You have OBJ coming off ACL injuries. Dak Prescott got the bag. Jerry Jones, you have Mike McCarthy who's there. Is Mike McCarthy going to be able to get it done with the NFC being this wide open?
I mean,
with Sean Payton waiting on the sidelines? Are you kidding me?
That's such a great question. Go ahead, Keith.
I was going to say, I don't believe that the NFC is just wide open like that. Just because Tom Brady retires, you got to think these teams that are hovering around, the San Francisco 49ers, they are a team that was just in the NFC Championship game. You would think that they're going to only be better next year. You would think that the Arizona Cardinals, once they figure out whatever their issues are with their quarterback, that they are only going to be better. The New Orleans Saints are only going to be better once they figure out their quarterback situation. You look at the AFC, you look at the young star-studded quarterbacks, and the first thing people say is, oh, my God, they're loaded. The AFC is loaded. Well, they were loaded this year, and look who wind up going to the Super Bowl as a representative in the AFC. A team out of nowhere.
He's talking about depth, but he's talking about depth. Like, when you look at it, you say, wait, the Niners, I agree. But Jimmy G, they're already talking about he's going to be traded. Are we sure that Trey Lance is ready? Because Jimmy G is part of their success. Kyler Murray in Arizona, that's a good point, but Kyler's got to show he can stay healthy, and they got to iron out their differences. I think the Dak Prescott and Cowboys point is a great point. What do the Cowboys need? The quarterback got the bag. They still have an O-line. They came up with Parsons in the draft, who is a monster. They got multiple pass rushers. They got guys who can play in the secondary, at least with upside. They're in a weak division in the lesser conference with fewer good teams to compete against. They have really strong coordinators, both head coaching candidates on either side of the ball. Like, what is it going to take for the Cowboys to win?
The same thing that it took for them to win this year. They got the same, everything you just named they had this year, and they wind up not cashing in. The depth, you look at the depth in the AFC, there's depth in the NFC as well. You got to just look at it.
Key. All I'm saying is that this thing, it gives an opportunity. We're talking about how the Rams need to retool, and there's a lot of question marks around a lot of different teams. I'm not saying moves can't be made where it makes you look at a team differently, right? Like a situation with New Orleans. I understand. All I'm saying is all the pieces are right there for the boys. It's there, and it's glaring, right? And so it just puts pressure on Jerry Jones. And my point was, with Sean Payton waiting there, it constantly brings up that conversation.
I agree. And Key, to your point, so the AFC has teams like the NFC that you mentioned too, like if they just figure out their quarterback situation, like the Colts, right?
The Colts,
or
the
Titans,
Browns, the
or
Titans.
The Browns. So they have
same thing.
But what I'm saying is that tier in the AFC is like the top of the NFC, because the Niners got to figure out their quarterback situation.
I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it as they're the same as the top tier in the NFC, so therefore the NFC is weaker because you believe that the Titans, or if they were in the NFC, they'd be at the top of the league.
No. What I'm saying is the AFC has teams where they don't have to figure out the quarterback situation, and they're very strong. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, they got to fix the offensive line, but they were just in the Super Bowl.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.